staying consistent, but constantly testing, and figuring out what doesn't work. And then because that happens a lot, and then that one thing that works, it works, and then we hit that hard.
Today we have David Katz, the founder and CEO of GetSwaggr. Welcome, David.
Hello, hello. Thanks for having me.
Welcome. We're interested. Well, I guess first things first. You've been relegated to the bedroom. That's why there's a bunk bed in the back, which is amazing.
Yes,
I love
yes,
it.
yes. I try and stick to the office, but sometimes with three little ones outside, I got pushed to
Totally
the
understand.
to the kids' bedroom.
Totally understand. So tell us about your business, David.
Yeah, so we are a sustainable sock company.
Mm,
We manufacture all of our socks out of recycled plastic bottles, and we pride ourselves on doing everything sustainable. So, from the product made out of bottles to the packaging made out of recycled paper, sustainability is just all decisions are rooted in sustainability and how it's going to impact the environment, and that's kind of in a nutshell what we're trying to do. Obviously, the socks are unbelievable, and we can get into that if you'd like.
mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's kind of the business.
I love it. And so, how did you get started in that? Was it an accident or was it intentional?
Well, it's interesting. So I've always had a thing with socks, whether it's been dress socks, funky, fun. I've always had like an interest in just socks. I know it's kind of odd. Most people don't, but I do. And my wife and I are both really active, and so we've always had issues. Honestly, as I think a lot of people have with comfort, with holes not getting in them, with the size of a sock. And so we were just like, let's just do it ourselves. Let's do it right. But we always knew from the beginning we wanted to make sustainability and at the forefront, and it was just kind of how are we going to make that happen? And so it just kind of happened that organically like that.
Oh, that is so good. And so, tell us a bit about the socks and how you bring, well, and I guess where you bring the most value to the marketplace.
Yeah, so a couple different ways. So the socks are amazing, and I think what's really cool is there have been companies ahead of time, before us that have made the kind of the luxury sock line, premium sock line, have educated consumers. So a lot of consumers understand the benefits and features of having a really nice pair of socks and what it can do. Um, and so for us, what is awesome is one, we make all of our socks in the U.S. All of our manufacturing is done here. All of our yarn is sourced from here. All of the plastic sourced from here. And the socks themselves, I think one of the biggest differentiators is that our socks have been specifically designed to fit a kid size 2 shoe all the way through a men's size 16. So we only have one size. That's it. And it kind of blows people's minds. Sometimes they're a little skeptical, but we've designed them specifically that way, and it's pretty amazing when we've got someone who's got a size 15 foot, put them on, and then we've got a kid with a size 3 foot, put them on. They're amazing. They hug your feet. They fit in the right spots. So you don't get that weird hole in the heel, and it's no seams in the toe. So they're just unbelievable.
That makes a big difference. My daughter actually she needs very specific socks because of some sensory stuff, and
Yeah,
yeah, that's like it makes a big difference for her. It's amazing how something so simple can make such a
yeah.
big difference, especially in someone who is a bit sensitive.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, it, a lot of people don't realize that your feet are a huge component of how the rest of your body is feeling.
Mm.
And so if you're on your feet a lot, um, but you're not taking care of them or you're not putting the right stuff on them, and if you've got some sensory issues, yeah, there's really some stuff that can happen.
Yeah, yeah. I've got a mindset question for you.
Yeah.
David, what had to change in you from kind of those early startup days through to now kind of enjoying the level of success that you
Yeah.
have with the business?
Yeah, I mean that's a great question because it's a constant evolution. But I will say from the day we started, I've always been a let's go go go, and I'd get excited, and then if I thought things something didn't happen that I was hoping going to happen, I was like, oh, I would kind of dwell on it. And so I was riding high with the highs, but I was also like getting frustrated with the lows. And for me, it was, about making sure I have that time to center myself, clear my head, and just try and stay as even keel as I can, because nothing's as good as the best, as the good stuff, but it's never as bad as the bad. And so for me, it's been, every day is I take some time just to sit, clear my head by myself, whether it's working out or going out for a walk, to just clear my head, take a breath, and just continue on moving forward, because it's a roller coaster, and if you don't stay somewhat even keeled, it'll get you.
Yeah, yes, for
You know?
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like, and it's interesting because that's been coming up a fair bit. Like as I speak to, the more successful people I speak to, everyone has their thing. Some people it's meditation, some people it's going for
yeah,
a walk, or some people it's actually getting out on the boat, or
yeah.
whatever it is. If they don't get that downtime to
Hmm.
realign themselves, it definitely
Yeah.
transfers into their business for sure.
Oh,
So
it's 100%. I mean, it's a game changer when you can figure out what it is that works for you. That just allows you to just stay in the moment.
yeah, yeah, for sure. So, David, could you give us one or two insights that really gave you the biggest and most dramatic growth for your business?
Yeah, yeah. For us, it was really making a push into retail. That was big for us. And then also on top of that, it was the constant testing of our Facebook ads. We were hoping for immediate growth when you launch and when you do your ads. It just doesn't work that way. At least it didn't for us. And so, it was staying consistent, but constantly testing, 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 and figuring out what doesn't work. And then, because that happens a lot, and then that one thing that works, it works, and then we hit that hard. And another aspect was um, pushing retail, and we work with a handful of retailers, one of which is Land's End, and that's really taken us to another level.
Wow. How so in terms of just the volume that you're now able to put through?
Yep, yeah. In terms of the volume, so it's been yeah, it's just taken us to another level in terms of volume and amount of orders, and
Mm,
it's really given us an opportunity to scale.
yeah, great. And so, what's been the most challenging part of growing?
The most challenging part of growing is absolutely um, just generating the traffic to the website. It's understand, I see it in two levels. You've got your paid strategies, and then you've got your organic. And a lot of what we're doing is now focusing on organic on top of the paid, but a big focus on organic, because in my opinion, that's the long-term approach. Is if you can consistently get organic traffic, you're never going to lose that. And it's just a constant stream. And so for us, it was we focused a lot initially on paid strategy, but as soon as we were trying to switch things up and figure it out, we weren't getting the traffic or the sales that we wanted. And so as we started to focus on organic and focus on SEO and ranking on Google, generating email marketing lists, doing a lot of those organic type of things, that's where I think that was the hardest thing for us to initially set up and to consistently do, because it doesn't pay off right away. And so we wanted to mentally, you want to go go go, but for us mentally, we stayed the course, and it started paying off. And I think that was one of the biggest challenges.
Yeah, it's interesting that you mentioned that organic doesn't pay off immediately, and I think it often gets overlooked as a quality
Totally.
strategy by a lot of businesses because
100%.
it's not instant. And as business owners, we all
Yeah.
want that kind of pay for the ad,
Yeah. Yeah.
money in the account. That's what, like the ideal. But
Right.
yeah, I totally agree that there's a lot of value in those organic strategies. So what advice advice, David, could you give to a business owner or CEO who really wants to break through to their next level?
Yeah. Consistency, structure. And so, for example, I would say, with our email campaigns, we used to send an email out a week, or we were feeling pretty good, so we thought, oh, we're gonna send out an email with a really cool offer, and it's just gonna be great, and this is gonna really be, blow us up. And it didn't work. And so what we started to do was we put a structure around our email campaigns. We send out an email every single day. And based on the amount of times historically people open, and we use, our email platform allows us to track all of this. But, based on the number of opens we get, that puts people into different buckets. And so we send emails out every single day, but only based on the amount of opens that we get from people. And so we have a specific type of email that goes out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And it's consistent every single day, every single week. We've automated as much as we can. And I think that's really where a lot of businesses um, could use could really grow quickly and generate a lot of sales quickly is if you're putting structure around email marketing, especially if you've got a
Mm.
decent sized customer list, because it's an untapped resource. It's the cheapest way to drive sales, and your customers love you, assuming your product's good, and um, you know uh, the customers are just they're there for you and they want to see you.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Which is great, and yeah, I totally advocate email as a very very strong sales strategy, because
Mm,
there's like it's different in e-commerce, but even in a like a professional services setting, there's only so many times you can pick up the phone and harass the client. Whereas
yeah,
like you said, you can send an email out every single day as long as it's
yeah,
being opened,
right,
and that's not going to annoy people. Like whereas
yeah,
phoning them every single day, that
yeah.
that is it like it
That's
crosses a line.
it does. And with your emails, if you're strategic about it, not every single day you're saying, hey, 20% off socks, get your socks. It's, different emails are about trying to connect with the customer base, giving them our Monday emails, we try and send out something funny, something like some sort of video about us that we're doing, and just to kind of kick off the week. And Tuesdays is a little more personal about, hey, take a glimpse into what we've done this week. We do a video, my wife and I do a video kind of ourselves. And it's just trying to make that connection with customers more personal, so they can, we're real people. We have a company, but we're just just like every, we own a company, and we just want everybody who loves the socks to be a part of it. And as the week progresses, we'll send out an offer, but that only happens once a week. The rest of it is just trying to build some relationships.
That's awesome. Yeah, and it's that classic strategy of give before you take. So
Yeah,
yeah, I
yeah,
love that.
yeah.
So David, if you could go back 5 years and give yourself one piece of advice, what would it be?
It would be start with Shopify on day one. um, but in all reality, I think what it would be is start with organic on day one. We did not start with organic until a couple of years in, just because personally I was so focused on paid strategy. I thought that was what we needed to do. And so I think it's really, really important for people and organizations to, if you start with um, organic, whether SEO, all of that, everything on day one, the organic side, you will set yourself up for success on down the road, because you won't be relying as much on your paid strategy.
Mm,
And I think it's super important. And even today, I kind of kick myself because I really um, wish that we would have done it sooner. I really do.
ab- absolutely, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
And finally, David, who can you best help? And if they want to get in touch, how can they reach you? And obviously, what's the website for your amazing socks?
yeah. So we can. Anybody who needs a good pair of socks, check us out, swagger.com. That's the website. It's swaggr.com, no E. And can check us out on Instagram at GetSwaggr, same as well on Facebook at GetSwaggr. And yeah, they're unbelievable. If you're looking for a good pair of socks that are breathable, that have extra cushion, no toe seams, so you won't get all scratched up and raw on the toes, but fit your kids, fit your husbands, fit your wives, fit your partners, whoever it may be. They're unbelievable. So
Yeah, that's great. David, thank you so much for being on the show. We
yeah,
really appreciate the value that you've given. Thanks.
awesome, Ryan. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Thanks, David.